In this tip, I'm going to give you a way to get more hip turn in your backswing. So a good buddy of mine, Mike Bauman, professional long driver, taught me this or told me about it, and it really does get your hips moving. So when a professional long drive guy tells me how to do it, I'm going to listen to him. All right, so if we get our hips moving, that will allow us to get a full shoulder turn. So a lot of people don't realize how much the hips actually turn in your swing. Okay, so we want to try and get 45 degrees. So where is 45 degrees? Well, if I was standing like this and I turned to about here, that for me is 45 degrees. 45 degrees. My belt buckle is basically over top of this right shoe right here, right there. Okay, so some people seem to think they're turning that much, and they're not. This is actually a lot of people. All right, so if we can turn our hips a little more, the shoulder will come swinging around, and it will be a lot easier to get your shoulders coiling to 90 degrees. All right, so I would suggest giving this a try out at the range to see if we can get you a little bit more coil. But we're gonna do it with our hips, knowing that our shoulder will come swinging around. All right, and get to approximately 90. If you can get a little bit more, then that's great too. Okay, so what did Mike Bauman tell me to do? All right, so real simple. Take your pocket right here, pocket to the ball, pocket to the ball, okay? It's a feeling, it's not reality, because if your pocket actually did go to the ball, you'd have to turn 90 degrees with your hips. It's a feeling. Something to think about, something that will make you get your hips moving. All right, so maybe you know, once you've warmed up and you're gonna hit some drivers, you can do it with irons too, but you know, everybody wants to hit driver. So we'll see if this gets you a little bit more power. So you do your setup like this. Think, okay, the ball's there, my pocket's here. Okay, I'm like this. Okay, I'm gonna take my pocket and I'm gonna turn my pocket at the ball, pocket to the ball. Now keep in mind, as you do that, your heel will probably lift. Okay, so right here, pocket to the ball. Pocket, see my heel's lifting right there, a little bit. Kind of depends how young you are or flexible you are. You know, younger people can coil up pretty good. And, you know, as we get older, we get tighter. So might have to lift the heel a little bit. Okay, but pocket to the ball, pocket to the ball. So you sit here like this. Okay, here I am. I'm gonna go pocket to the ball. Don't, you know, you can feel this come around, but we're not really thinking about coiling our shoulders. We're gonna let them coil due to the momentum of our body turning in that direction. So if I go like this with my hips, my shoulders are on top, they're gonna keep going. They're not gonna stop here, okay? Your shoulders will keep going. Okay, so you get that feeling. Do it a few times, like this. Okay, ready? Pocket to the ball. Pocket to the ball. Oh, okay, good. Okay, pocket to the ball. Wow, okay, I feel like I'm really kind of doing a little bit more backswing. Okay, so now you get ready, you do your setup. Okay, pocket to the ball. Okay, and that was pretty good right there. Okay, I know you can't see it from this angle, but I hit that pretty good. Okay, so you get that feeling. Okay, just keep doing that over and over and over again till you start to understand how much your hips actually turn in your swing. You know, something like that. If you've been going like this and you're, you know, a little bit less with your hips, maybe you're like 30 degrees, and you go like this to get more, you know, how long is that going to take you to master that? You know, it might take a week, you know, maybe a couple weeks. I would just be doing practice swings at home. I'd be doing that every night. If you saw that that made a huge difference to your shots, man, you should become obsessed with it. So I would be doing practice swings at home. You're not hitting balls, you're doing practice swings, okay? Too many people keep thinking they always have to hit a ball. Okay, that is the worst thing you can possibly do because you're trying to hit balls. So you might run the risk, or you probably will run the risk, of tightening and swinging harder with your arms. I don't want you using your arms. I want you using your legs and hips to hit the ball. So why not just sit there at home like this? Oh, pocket to the ball. Okay, oh, okay, here I am, pocket to the ball. Just to get used to that feeling, because that's going to completely change your backswing. All right, so the more you repeat something, the more you get good at it, and then it will be in your swing. Okay, it's about repetition. You got to do a little bit of work for some of this stuff. Okay, you can't just magically think, you know, you've mastered it in like 2 seconds. You got to work on it. Okay, but man, if you just did it at home every day, you'll have it in, you know, like I say, a few days, maybe a week, maybe a couple of weeks. And now you're hitting the ball so much longer because you've got your, you know, a better backswing coil, and you're able to fire your hips more because you rotated them more this way. So you're going to be able to uncoil harder or more with your hips to generate more club head speed. All right, so pocket to the ball. Give that a try. See how it works for you. I truly hope you've enjoyed this tip. You know, I've been teaching a powerful, effortless, pain-free golf swing now since 1991. If you'd like to learn this type of swing, then click on this link right here, or click the link in the description below, and I'll send you some free samples of my body swing book and video series that take you step by step by step through how to build a powerful, effortless, pain-free golf swing.